most of the SAP projects that has been run in the past had a combination of waterfall methodology and different ways of driving it. And running business, SAP business for the last 25 years, we have reimagined how you could do SAP projects in a better way. Mostly it is, chaotic. It is not one single line how a SAP project is run. It's not a list of 20 or 30 tasks. It's multidimensional in the way how it is being run. And with the new norm in place, how does the existing tool find a place, and how we are trying to make it better in terms of the hybrid way of working, the digital way of working with COVID-19 coming up? How can we still go about driving a SAP project? How important it is to ensure that there is a single place where your project moments are captured, and it doesn't have to be in terms of report, but how do you ensure there is a better way of doing the project? So traditionally, if you look at it, the end users would be able to access the SAP system after the business blueprint workshop, and they would be able to access it after 8 or 9 months. But SAP has also been evolving in terms of embracing the agile way of driving large transformations. And they have a huge set of tools and a framework. But how do we ensure that we give life to it and more action oriented, and how we go about driving the SAP project? So that's the context in which this whole product was built. And with over 25 years of experience and driving multi-million-dollar SAP projects, one single important thing that I and the team have noticed is that it's very important to have a proper cadence, governance, control in terms of driving the huge transformations, right? So most of these projects if you've been in the SAP world for quite some time, it's a result of lots of confusion in terms of driving it, and it's very difficult to drive a project. And once talking to a customer recently, he mentioned about how each time there is a transformation, be it a functional pack upgrade or EHP upgrade, or a huge transformation moving from the ECC to S4 HANA, or any release management, how difficult it is and how humongous it gets in terms of managing the different layers, in terms of aligning them in one single goal. Because it's not a OS upgrade or a database upgrade, it's also about the process and the whole way of doing the business that gets changed. So we need to have an alignment right from the CEO level to the end user level. And collaboration was always through email, and of course you have more collaboration tools now, but you still want to capture those unstructured messages in one single place, so that you can act upon it, and there is proper communication that flows within the organization. Now, with this new norm happening, there is also a talent scarcity. You will not, one business process to be configured or consulted. You need different consultants to work at one place where or one central repository. So how do you carry on the knowledge that has been that's been happening over a period of time, and how do we capture it? How do we reuse it? What do we do with that? Because every time it's something new, and the system integrator changes, the partner changes, and there is SAP that is evolving constantly in terms of the new platform. So how do we handle all that? How do we predict the risk better? How do we give smart alerts in terms of driving the SAP transformation? How do we ensure that it's more of a shared responsibility, and the accountability is shared in terms of driving these huge transformations?